So that's sort of maybe on the conspiracy side, they didn't want you saying those kinds of things, whether it be the moon landing, or COVID and things like that.
Yeah, they didn't. We never really talked about that. It's kind of an example of something that I didn't believe in.
Yeah,
but the majority did, and you would always get this kind of behaviour where if someone doesn't agree with you or you challenge what they say or what they believe, they try and make you look stupid, and they patronise you as if to say, because Carol Vorderman's so clever and she's got a massive brain and she was on Countdown and all of that, she can do sums. It was like, she's telling me that, a lot of people have said it to me. Oh, I thought you were cleverer than that, Carol. It's like,
patronising.
Well, yeah, it's the same with climate change or the climate scam,
the net zero stuff.
Oh, that was one of the main things actually that I used to want to talk about, and everyone would defend it. And it's like, well, of course the planet's going to explode and we're all going to die in a couple of years. And it's like, well, why? How?
And then every time it doesn't happen, they're not there going, I was wrong about that. I mean, again, I'm quite open to the climate stuff. I don't know enough about it. I'm quite open to it, maybe, but we need to be able to have those conversations. At the same time, those guys on Loose Women, they've got a right to disagree with you, right?
Yeah, they have. They're not disagreeing with me. I'm disagreeing with them because according to them, they're the ones who are preaching the science, which we had all the way through COVID. It's the science. There is no such thing as the science, just science, and it's like, well, you're telling me, it's like Piers Morgan, the way he was like quoting the science. And now he turns around and goes, well, I was misled. No, you weren't. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew it was all rubbish at the same time.
Do you think?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. 100%.
That's interesting. Because I think people make mistakes because they're just convinced by it, or I don't know. But you think that he knew this was wrong but still wanted to put it out there?
Yeah. I think a lot of people did it for other reasons, like, to get more notoriety, followers.
Big pharma.
Maybe money. Yeah, maybe money. I'm not saying Piers Morgan got paid to promote a certain narrative, but there were a lot of people who I thought, you can't be that stupid. You can't possibly think that it's a good idea to have to stay 6 feet away from other people because you might catch a cold and die. You can't think that.
Well, if there were an illness that's, that could happen in a movie or in the future or whatever, an illness that does actually, kill most of the world, you would want to stay 6 feet apart, wouldn't you?
Yeah, if it was real.
I think it was real.
But it's not. When it was going on, I used to go on this thing called Worldometer. Have you heard of Worldometer?
No.
It's a population counter thing. I mean, it's got every single country listed and how their population is increasing or how it's going down, blah, blah, blah. And when COVID was happening, they had like special lines for that. How many countries have got this many cases, how many people have died. It was there for everyone to see. How many people in a country of like 1.2 billion people, say India, for instance, how many people have actually died? And it would be something like 11. And you go, seriously, even in the UK, even in Western countries where they were, engineering the numbers, there's no doubt about that, by saying, if you had a positive test 30 days ago and then you got run over by a car and died, you died of COVID. That was it. That's the way it worked.
I think that did happen. I think that was the case. Yeah. I mean, it's so complicated, isn't it? A lot because that could happen eventually, where there is an illness that kills all of us.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm not saying that there hasn't been things, like the plague probably was the last one, or the Spanish flu, or whatever. It was, these things have happened, and a lot of people have died, but this wasn't one of them, and it was all sparked off by a little badly done video of someone dropping dead on the street in Wuhan, and then nobody was really dropping dead. No one was even really that sick, although you talk to people and they're like, oh, I've got long COVID. And it's like, no, you haven't.
Didn't that, so famously, that was Derek, was it Garraway? Was that Kate Garraway's Derek?
Oh, Derek Draper.
Draper, was that his name?
Yeah, that was his name, yeah.
And he died of long COVID?
Well, if he did, he's the only person who has.
I don't know. I don't know.
I
about
know.
that
So
one.
this
It's
is
hard because you don't want to say it, and then it's like, oh, that is what happened, and what a sad thing.
Well, it's a terrible thing, when someone loses their husband like that. He was sick for so long, and he did catch infections in hospital as well, and there were other things that were going on. But when you try to argue, say you tried to argue with Piers Morgan about COVID, he would say, "Yeah, what about Derek Draper?" And it's like, he's like the poster boy for COVID and COVID deaths. The NHS figures, they told you every day how many people in each hospital had COVID and how many people had died. It was, it was negligible.
There's a strange pact we go into with everything we do that we don't really think about, which is, when you drive a car, you're taking a risk because a certain number of people die in car accidents. And,
Exactly.
so it was that's what was difficult, because there's so much fear when you see COVID and you see the numbers. But if they showed those numbers of car deaths, nobody would get in a car again, because that would be, you'd be like, oh, bloody hell, we're all going to die. So it's
that's so true.
Yeah, it's just we can't deal with numbers. We're supposed to be in tribes of 60 to 120 people. There's now 70 million people in our tribe, if we count Britain as our tribe. There's going to be thousands of our own tribe dying every day.
Yeah.
And we can't handle that.
But they were just putting numbers of deaths up on the BBC constantly the whole time. And nobody sort of thought to look at that and go, well, yeah, 70 million people. No, 10,000 people die every day, apparently, in the world.
It was too much to sort of overwhelm the NHS a little bit. I think that's what people consider. There weren't enough beds for if everybody got it at the same time, so they needed to sort of delay it. It was a complicated time.